What's a penny worth these days? A penny by itself doesn't buy you very much. In fact, most of us think of pennies as kind of worthless. I want to tell you about a place where a penny can buy a pencil, and where enough pennies collected can build a school. And more importantly, let dreams come true for kids around the world. My name is Amira Mortensen, and I want to tell you about Pennies for Peace. It started in 1993, when my dad, Greg, went to Pakistan to climb K2, the second highest mountain on Earth. My dad never made it to the summit, and he was pretty disappointed. But what happened after that is much more important. He got to experience the kindness of the mountain people of Pakistan, and that changed his life forever. When my dad came down from the mountain, he stumbled into a small village called Corfe, where the people gave him food and a place to sleep, even though they were very, very poor. He noticed that the children weren't in classrooms because there weren't any. In fact, there was no school buildings, no pencils, no paper. Before he left Corfe, my dad made a promise to the villagers, who had by then become his friends, a promise to help them build a school. My dad came back home really excited. He sold everything he owned to raise money for the school in Corfe. Yet, everywhere he turned, he found that no one was willing to help. His mother, that's my grandma, saw his frustration. She was a principal at Westside Elementary School in Wisconsin and invited him to come and talk to her pupils. After Dad told his story, the kids of Westside Elementary knew they had to help. They used the only thing available to them, pennies. This is Jamie. She is from Wisconsin, and she went to Westside Elementary School. And in 1996, her school was the first school to participate in Pennies for Peace.
When we were kids, we didn't know what Pakistan was until, we saw pictures, and it was a way for us to open our eyes and that people lived a different way. And we learned that we could help, even though we were, 8 years old. You can do something with just your pocket change, your piggy bank.
And at the end of 6 weeks, Westside School had collected 62,340 pennies. Whoa! That adds up to $623.40. It was the largest donation my dad had ever received. And it was from kids, not adults. So that's how Pennies for Peace began.
A light burns bright across the ocean. A light shines warm before the sun. I've gotta find a way to build a bridge, join us to them and be.
Back when my dad first went to the little village called Corfe, he learned that when you first arrive in a village, you are a stranger. But once you share a meal and a cup of tea, you have the chance to know more about them. By the time you have a second cup of tea with them, you become friends. But if you really take the time to learn about their lives, and you take the time to have a third cup of tea, then you are family, and they will do anything for their family.
3 cups of tea. First cup, you're a stranger. 3 cups of tea. Second cup, a friend. 3 cups of tea. By third, your family. How long to trust a stranger? How long to share? I to give them money so they can buy things that they need for school. For my birthday party, I raised lots of pennies, and I got $250 and 120 cents.
Since those early days, my dad's organization, called Central Asia Institute, has helped to build dozens and dozens of schools in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Now tens of thousands of children can have an education and hope for a brighter future. With education, they can make a positive difference in their villages, just like education helps us make a difference in our communities.
I have many advantages being in America, but I think that girls in Pakistan and Afghanistan don't have those same advantages, and I think by educating them, that gives them kind of equal advantage that I have, and I think that's really important.
With my education, I can become doctors and help a lot of people.
To our kids, they're learning that a penny can buy a pencil and it can change a child's life by giving them the gift of education. It helps them to see the similarities, just how many similarities there are between themselves and children in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and it helps them connect with those children.
As a teacher, how do you think this affects your students?
Participating in Pennies for Peace gives my students a chance to learn things that they can't learn in a book.
So how do you think this will affect your kids in the future?
I think Pennies for Peace will affect my children in many wonderful ways. Most importantly, it'll teach them the ability to trust in thinking with their heart first and thinking less with their head only.
And last but not least, my dad, Greg Martinson. He is the founder of Pennies for Peace.
I feel really blessed, and anybody can make a difference, and all of you are making a difference with your hope and your support, and also you know how important education is. And you know, in Pakistan or Afghanistan, some kids walk 3 hours to go to school in the morning. Some of the kids don't even have a pencil, so they have to write with sticks in the sand. But because of Pennies for Peace, now they're able to go to school, they can have notebooks and pencils, and that really gives them hope. And if you have hope, you can really do anything, can't you?
Now that there's kids across the nation donating, and it's a really cool thing.
So come and join Pennies for Peace as we learn how to make a difference and change the world, one penny at a time.
A light burns bright across the ocean. A light shines warm before the sun. I've gotta find a way to build a bridge, join us to them and be the change I wish to see. If I give a penny for a pencil, my hero writes a word. Her words become rituals, his stories make wise the fools, and I believe it's just 3 cups of words.